Welcome to this week's segment of the Ripoff of the Week. My name is Adam Andrzejewski, and I'm the founder and CEO of OpenTheBooks.com. And this week, we've got an incredible topic for discussion. It's on the massive spending bills coming out of Congress and the lack of transparency on that legislation and the need for members of Congress to simply read the bill. Before we get into the topic, I just want to review the mission at OpenTheBooks.com. It's unique. Last year, our auditors, we filed over 40,000 Freedom of Information Act requests. It's our goal to capture and post online every dime taxed and spent at every level of government across the entire country. And so you can go to our website, for instance, and you can see 23 million salaries and pension records of public employees. And last year, right on this program, the Ripoff of the Week, we discussed the number one most highly compensated public employee at the federal level. And it turned out that it was Anthony Fauci. And I want to compliment everybody who watched that program because we broke it with you. And then this week on Monday, that became national news. Even Jimmy Kimmel talked about it in his monologue last night. It was on the Today Show on NBC, and it was international news. So thank you. Thanks for sponsoring and being a friend of the Ripoff of the Week and our efforts at OpenTheBooks.com. Okay, this week we got a great topic. It's the massive spending bills. It's the lack of transparency. I want to introduce my co-host, Tamara Colbert.
Hi, Adam. Good evening. This is an exciting topic because it is a topic that is absolutely bipartisan. The massive spending, we know them as omnibus, minibus, COVID relief, Adam, but they all boil down to spending, massive spending. Can you give us some examples?
Well, I want to take you back ahead of the pandemic. Christmas, a couple of days ahead of Christmas 2019, there was a $1.4 trillion omnibus set of bills that were dropped. It was 2,300 pages. It was $1.4 trillion. It renewed things that shouldn't have been renewed, like the Export-Import Bank, which has been called the Bank of Boeing because the Boeing Corporation has reaped $1 out of every $3 that came through that bank. Then we hit the pandemic, and in March, we had the big bailout bill on COVID called the CARES Act, and that bill was 900 pages. It was over $2 trillion in terms of spending, and it helped bail out the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C. to the tune of $25 million, and they didn't need a bailout. They're holding $500 million of net assets on their balance sheet. And next week, by the way, we're going to do the Ripoff of the Week segment on the Kennedy Center. We're coming out with deep dive oversight on that this week. So those are two historical bills. These things were dropped within 24 hours of the vote. The CARES Act was in March of last year, versions of it were being presented while the United States senators were voting. They didn't even know what they were debating and what they were voting on.
Now, December, how big was that bill? Because that was another one that just dropped in December. It didn't get passed, but it was there.
Oh, from this December. That's right. From this
past December, 2020.
So that bill was 5,600 pages, and it was dropped 2 hours before they voted in the House. That one even got AOC riled up. She tweeted that this isn't legislation. This is hostage taking. And this is maybe the only time that we've agreed with AOC, but she's with us on this issue. People, we need to raise our voice. We need to make sure that our elected members of Congress have time to read the bill. We need time to read the bill. And that's why at OpenTheBooks.com, you can come to our website, click on the petitions tab, and we've started a petition to simply read the bill. And we want 1 million people this year to sign that petition.
Absolutely. So we signed the petition because we really don't have a republic, Adam. We've talked about this. There is no republic if we, the people, don't have an opportunity to read something, investigate it, and especially our representatives, if they don't have time to read on our behalf and know what's in the bill, what else can we do besides sign this petition, which should be job number one for anybody watching tonight?
So first of all, we don't have a representative republic if we don't have time to read the bill. It's that simple.
Right.
We have government by lobbyist. So look, we need a 72-hour timeout on the final piece of legislation. It's got to be posted online. You can upload these files. It's costless. It's free. It's the internet age. Everyone can tear this thing apart. And wouldn't it be great, Tamara, to finally change the national discourse and have a debate, a hard debate, a robust debate around legislation and public policy? That's what this simple idea does, is it creates debate. 72 hours. It's a timeout to simply read the bill.
Who in Congress currently supports any a reform like this? Is there anyone at all?
Well, I think it's going to be bipartisan. You've got AOC in the House. You've got Republican U.S. senators. I want to take you through a couple of them. You've got Rick Scott down in Florida. He's drafting right now a read the bill piece of legislation. You've got Rand Paul. He's led on this issue in the United States Senate for years, and in the last Congress, he had kind of the marquee bill to read the bill, and he's probably going to reintroduce that as well. You've got Joan Ernst out of Iowa. She wants to help champion legislative transparency as well. So I think, once we get this thing rolling, we'll find plenty of sponsors and co-sponsors for good legislation.
Absolutely. It's got to be a bipartisan effort. And we really do know that. We know that everyone knows the spending at this level cannot continue. I mean, that's really why Open the Books, what your mission is all about, to investigate every dime, I think, with the ultimate goal of just stopping the spending. I mean, this is just frivolous spending. What more do you need our viewers to do besides filling out the petition, Adam? What is important for Opening the Books continuing its work?
Well, spread the word on the petition. You can easily share that to your social media pages with the buttons right on that petition. And so I encourage you to do that. Get it out to your friends, family. Let's really build a movement behind this. And look, this is going to be the gift that keeps on giving. The Biden administration wants that blue state bailout for $1.9 trillion. They're going to push it hard right away. And so they're going to try to follow the same game plan. You drop the bill 2 hours before the vote. We got to push back. We got to say, hey, it's a new day on a bipartisan basis. Stop this stuff.
Absolutely. And there's comments that are reflecting all of this, Adam.
Tamara, you're going to get
transparency
more.
Could happen. Yeah.
You're going to get more. Where's the pork waste examples for as far as the eye can see? If we don't have access, the people, the press, politicians, members of Congress, if we can't read the bill and know what's in there before they vote, you're going to get examples like this. Cornell University got $1 million on a study where it hurts the most to be stung by a bee. NASA gave grants to help discover extraterrestrial life, and one of them was $1 million grant to religious institutions to prepare them for the discovery of extraterrestrial life. We need to stop this mess.
We do. And one of Senator Coburn's personal favorites was shrimp on a treadmill. So
about $14 million went into that study over a 6-year period, watching those shrimp run on treadmills.
It really is just too much, but we can't do it without your help. So we need you to spread the word, share that petition with 5 friends, put it on your own Facebook page, and please go to openthebooks.com. We need your help. It's the start of a new year. And this year, more than ever, it is time for a transparency revolution, and Open the Books auditors are fully engaged and working diligently to make sure you know what's going on. Adam, you get the last word.
So read the bill, sign the petition, spread the word, and help us move forward the transparency revolution. Let's bring the heat to Congress so they see the light.
Thanks, Adam. We'll see you guys next Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern. Have a great week.